Hello, fellow explorers of the past, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying deep into the cradle of humanity, to a place where the Earth itself holds the secrets of our most ancient relatives. We're not just talking about scattered bones. We're talking about something that could rewrite the very first chapters of human history. Picture this: a remote, almost inaccessible cave system. Inside, scientists have unearthed not just fossils, but something far more profound, the first known cemetery in the world, dating back hundreds of thousands of years before Homo sapiens even existed. This isn't a random collection of bones washed together by a flood. This is a deliberate, organized burial site, created by a species we're only just beginning to understand. Who were these mysterious hominids? How did they, with their small brains, develop such complex, deeply human behaviors? Stick with me, because today we are venturing beneath the bones of giants to uncover the secrets of the First Hominid Graves. Our story begins in the rising star cave system in South Africa, a treacherous labyrinth of tight squeezes and dark chambers. To even reach this site, paleoanthropologists had to recruit a team of small-statured explorers, now famously known as the underground astronauts. What they found in the deepest chamber, the Dynality Chamber, was simply astonishing. Over 1,500 fossil specimens, belonging to at least 15 individuals of a previously unknown species. Homo naledi. This creature was a mosaic of old and new. It had primitive, oblique shoulders, perfect for climbing, but its feet and hands were strikingly modern, almost indistinguishable from our own. But the most mind-bending feature was its brain. It was tiny, about the size of an orange. Conventional wisdom told us that complex behaviors, like art, tool-making, and ritual, were the exclusive domain of large-brained hominids, like Neanderthals. And thus, Homo naledi was about to shatter that assumption completely. The arrangement of the bones was the first clue that this was no ordinary fossil site. The remains included individuals of all ages: infants, children, adults, and the elderly. They were found in a deep, dark chamber that was incredibly difficult to access, a place that has likely never seen daylight. There was no evidence of predators dragging them in, no signs of a flood or a cave collapse that could have trapped them. The bones were carefully placed, often articulated, suggesting they were deposited as whole bodies. The lead researcher, Professor Lee Berger, proposed a radical hypothesis. Homo naledi was intentionally disposing of its dead. They were navigating this perilous, pitch-black cave system, carrying their deceased loved ones, and deliberately placing them in this specific, remote chamber. This wasn't just disposal. It was a ritual. It implied a level of social cooperation, planning, and perhaps even a form of grief or respect for the dead that we thought was unique to our own species. This idea was, to put it mildly, controversial. The scientific community was rocked. Critics argued that a creature with such a small brain couldn't possibly be capable of such complex, symbolic behavior. They proposed alternative theories. Maybe a natural disaster we haven't found evidence for, or perhaps there was another, easier entrance to the cave that has since collapsed. For years, the debate raged. Did Homo naledi truly bury their dead, or was it just a fluke of geology? The team needed more evidence, something undeniable that would prove and recently, they found the Italiano. In an even deeper, more inaccessible part of the cave system, they discovered more burials, but this time it wasn't just the bones. Next to the carefully arranged remains of a Homo naledi child, they found something that sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology. Etched into the cave wall were deliberate, cross-hatched engravings and geometric shapes, and lying near the child's hand was a purposefully shaped stone tool. This was the smoking gun. The engravings weren't random scratches. They were patterns, symbols. The tool wasn't just a rock. It was shaped and placed with intent. This combination of burial, art, and tools, in a context this ancient, is revolutionary. It suggests that Homo naledi wasn't just disposing of bodies. They were creating a meaningful, symbolic space. They were thinking, they were feeling, and they were expressing those thoughts and feelings in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. The implications are staggering. It means that the dawn of culture, of ritual, of what we consider to be human began not with us, but hundreds of thousands of years earlier, with our small-brained cousins. So what does this all mean for the story of human evolution? It means the path to humanity wasn't a straight, linear progression from primitive to advanced. It was a rich, branching bush with different hominid species, experimenting with different ways of being. Hominid shows us that a large brain isn't a prerequisite for complex culture. It forces us to reconsider what intelligence truly is. Perhaps it's not about cranial capacity, but about the ability to form social bonds, to cooperate, to create shared meaning and rituals that bind a community together. These ancient relatives, navigating the dark with their departed, were laying the very groundwork for human spirituality. They were contemplating mortality, creating symbols, and caring for one another in a way that echoes through the millennia to our own funeral rites and memorials today. They weren't just ape men. They were a people with a culture and a view of the world that was both alien and deeply familiar. The discovery in the Rising Star Cave is a profound reminder that the story of humanity is far more complex and wonderful than we ever imagined. These bones beneath the earth are not just fossils. They are the legacy of a lost branch of our family, a people who, in the deepest darkness, lit the first sparks of ritual and art. They challenge us to be more open-minded about our own past and to recognize that the qualities we cherish as uniquely human love, grief, and the search for meaning may have roots that extend far deeper into our evolutionary history than we ever knew. We are not the sole proprietors of the human spirit. We are inheritors of a tradition that began long, long ago in a dark cave with our mysterious and remarkable cousins, Hominid. The search for answers continues, and with every new discovery, the story of us gets a little richer, a little more complicated, and infinitely more fascinating. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey into our deep past. What do you think about Hominid's abilities? Does this discovery change how you see human evolution? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration and want to uncover more secrets from history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more adventures. Until next time, stay curious.